It's the AEW Elite General Manager Invitational.
All right, content creator bracket round 2. The boys are back in town, and it's a fatal four-way. Moxley, Pac, Orange Cassidy, and Mr. Brody Lee here in John Blood's first contest, and it's Mox picking up the win for Johnny Blood.
Starting off strong, lots of tag team action, lots of wrestler reuse here. We're going to see how this plays out. We've got tag team action. Pac taking the win. His tag team partner, Brody Lee.
This is going to be a back-and-forth contest between these two, I really believe, as Brody Lee picks up the win in this fatal four-way. Let's take a look at Johnny Blood's first week results. It's going to be 3 stars, 200,000 fan increase, a lot of money in there, and I would say overall this is a solid start. Anything close to 200,000, 300,000 fan increase, that's what you want.
Here's Pulse's debut in this second round. What's going on? Starting strong, multi-man matches. Gimmicks in the first round. We got a little bit of the bubbly. FTR versus, who is that? Luchasaurus and Nick Jackson. FTR can't keep up.
Now, we saw Pulse just run away with it in the first round. I think he might have a little tougher time here with Johnny Blood. His second contest is another fatal four-way, and that's Dax picking up the win.
Here we go. Same wrestlers. Looks like both men are utilizing the same strategy. Draft 4 wrestlers, just enough to get some basic multi-mans going, and let's see it all play out. Pulse is doing pretty good. Similar stat increase as we saw from Blood. We're going to see what happens here. This one could go either way. This is going to be an exciting one.
Week 2 for Johnny Blood. What's he got in his opening contest? Looks like a 2v2 contest with Stu Grayson and Mr. Brody Lee versus Pac and Ray Phoenix. Dark Order back in action. Let's see what Ray Phoenix is going to do. Down he goes. Big win once again. Mr. Brody Lee standing tall in this contest. Using
a lot of the same wrestlers here again. 4-way action for this second match of this week. Brody Lee dominant once again.
His main event, 6 men. The card coming through the middle of the ring. That's a little dangerous. 6 men, only 1 team are going to pick up the win, though, and that is the Dark Order once again coming out on top. Let's take a look at his week 2 results here. 3 stars. Ooh, only 96,000 new fans there. Not as big of an increase as he wanted. He's going to have to utilize a couple more of his resources to get that going. $137,000. So overall, a solid week.
Here we are. Pulse, how is he going to answer Johnny? We've got tag team action. Ooh, use of gimmicks out of the gate. Really great strategy from both of these guys, utilizing a small roster and gimmicks, multi-man matches, really trying to set themselves apart.
And he's sticking to what he knows this time, throwing Colt Cabana in the mix in there with Evil Uno, Matt Jackson in another 3v3 contest, and that's going to be that pairing right there. What an interesting pairing of those 3. You'll love to see it.
Love it, love it. With 6-man action here, similar wrestlers, utilizing the same wrestlers over again with a couple of the new faces that we've drafted this round. Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, really utilizing that Dark Order perk to help everyone out. Money is super tight, but ultimately Pulse has an advantage of about 300k fans. Part of that is they literally are using the same strategy, so I think a lot of it is just, it's going to be a numbers game. Our boy Johnny kicking off week 3 strong. Tag team action. We've got Chris and Sammy lay Sex Gods with their Inner Circle tag team perk versus the Dark Order, Brody and Stu Grayson, and the Inner Circle takes the cake.
Second matchup, another 2v2v2 situation. Dark Order back in action, but it's Pac right now in the middle of the ring going crazy. But once again, the Dark Order stands tall.
Finishing up this week, 5v5 multi-man action. Lots of action going on. Lots of good stuff coming in. Lots of great wrestlers. Good diversity, but also great use of perks here. We're seeing a good, steady climb from Johnny. This is still going to be a very close game. There's no breakout performance just yet.
Let's see how Pulse is going to answer back 3. He's going to open up with a 3v3 of his own. More Dark Order action. The Young Bucks and Luchasaurus in there as well. And it's going to be none other than the Bucks and Luchasaurus standing tall. What a combination.
Never would have guessed that. Dark Order's been really dominant on all sides of the bracket. Here we have a 2v2v2 6-man tag action. Again, the Bucks are just cleaning house.
His main event is going to be a 6-way. Cash Wheeler, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, Luchasaurus, 10, and Alex Reynolds. We got representation all over, and it's going to be 10 picking up the win. Your week 3 results are as follows. 300,000 new fans. That is absolutely huge. Another 3-star show. Tons of money in the bank. Morale is climbing. John's going to have to bring it back here in the 4th week. John Blood's fourth week is going to begin with a lot of men in the ring. A 2v2v2. Chris and Sammy, Ray and Pac, Brody and John Silver. Dark Order actually taking a loss this time as Jericho and Sammy pick up the win.
Another multi-man match, a 3v3 tag. We've got a lot of Inner Circle members working together. We've also got some Dark Order. Lots of combinations that you just wouldn't expect to see.
Oh, main event time. Johnny's throwing everybody in the ring and seeing what happens. Sammy going after Pac, and it's going to be that combination of little Dark Order combination in there as well. Week 4 results for Johnny. 128,000 new fans, 163,000 more dollars added. Don't think that's going to be enough to catch up with Pulse. Unless Pulse just forgets to book his matches right now, this might be going to him.
Pulse has been dominant so far in this tournament. John Blood is really the only competition he's seen so far and already coming out strong. Lots of men in this ring, lots of gimmicks. Wow, Pulse is going to dominate this round.
His second match, he's going to go ahead and use those tag team boosts once again using real-life tag teams. That's such a huge advantage when you're using multi-person matches. And once again, Dark Order doing what they do.
3v3 tag action in our main event. Dax, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson versus Dark Order. Dark Order victorious once again. Is that going to be enough for Pulse? Oh, massive increase here.
Wow. A solid showing from both guys. They both gave it their all, but CM Pulse takes round 1 here. And let's run it back because that's not the end of it.
Next round of Pulse versus Blood. How is this going to go? Both men facing off, being very, very close and similar in strategies, and we're already seeing that multi-man strategies start out with John.
It's a fresh start here for Johnny. Week 1, going back using the same characters once again. MJF, Sammy, Santana, and Dax, this time in a 4-way with MJF picking up the win.
Very clearly drafted those 4 wrestlers and is utilizing them effectively. We've got gimmicks incorporated this round. I think we have a segment incorporated this round as well. Good resource management on John's part. Let's see how this played out. Yes, we have a 3-star match. Good increase overall. Didn't spend a whole lot of money on wrestlers, but got enough money coming in that maybe he can expand his roster.
A very, very good round for John Blood. Let's see how Pulse is going to answer back. I feel like he's got his strategy in the bag, and he is sticking to it with this 2v2 contest of Mr. Brody Lee and Nick Jackson versus Pac and Penta. And look at that, Nick and Brody take home the win.
Very similar strategy to what we saw from John Blood. Both these men utilized this strategy in the first round. Looks like they're doing it again, letting the numbers play out, reusing wrestlers from match to match.
Hey, did you like that first match? Because you're going to love the main event. 2v2 once again. Nick and Brody versus Pac and Penta.
Nope.
Will there be a different result this time around? No, there will not. Pulse stuck to his guns, stuck to his strategy. He's not budging, and it worked out for him. 280,000 fan increase. Pulse is off to a great start.
Week 3 of round 2. This is still anybody's game. 3v3 action. We got a lot of familiar faces coming in this one. Who's gonna win? MJF, Jungle Boy, and Dax. Who would have thought?
2v2v2 once again using some of the same names we saw in that first match, and Pac running through Sammy Guevara right now. Pac and Penta pick up the win in this one.
John's really focused on solid resource management here. We're seeing all of the same faces in every single match, but ultimately that's going to, I think, maybe stop Pulse in his reign of terror. Blood has definitely just stopped caring about wrestler morale. I don't know how that makes him a good booker. I don't know why anyone would want to work with him. Utilizing those wrestlers over and over again, it's going to drop the morale, but it's going to keep giving you consistent money coming in. He's got a lot of money to play with right now.
That's going to take us to Pulse's matchups here. We got a 3v3, Nick, Brody Lee, and John Silver, Dax, Penta, and Pac, and Mr. Brody Lee again running roughshod in that ring, taking home the win for his team.
6-way action from Pulse. Lots of guys that we've known to come and love from his roster. Good utilization of resources here. Same names, same faces, same victories.
Let's see what he's got in his main event. A lot of the same once again. Dax and Nick Jackson, Mr. Brody Lee and John Silver, Sammy and Santana, and it's going to be the Dark Order once again picking up that win. Let's see Pulse's Week 3 results. 227,000 new fans, a lot of new money, and again, a big drop in morale. This might come down to the 4th week here. It's a close one. In into Johnny Blood's 4th week. It is go big or go home here against CM Pulse with a 3v3v3. 9 men in the ring at the same time. And would you look at this? No shock. The Dark Order reigns supreme.
Here we are, 6-man tag action. A lot of the same guys from before. Resource management, as we've come to expect from both of these gentlemen, is a big key to success if Dark Order takes this one again.
Johnny's gonna go ahead and put everybody to work here in his main event in a 5v5 contest. You got a little bit of the Dark Order in there as well, and of course, they pick up the win once again. But is this enough of a boost for Johnny Blood? 255,000 fan increase, 279,000 new dollars in the bank. This is gonna be such a close match. If Pulse can pull out maybe 20, 30,000 more fans, he's gonna run away with this.
Let's see if he can do it. Pulse is going to be starting off strong. 5v5 action, coming in strong with the gimmicks, FTRs, truck. Man, look at this. Brody Lee is just unstoppable.
Pulse's second contest, he's got Mr. Brody Lee in there once again. 9 men in the ring total. I see Stinger in there as well, but again, Brody is just running through the competition. Unbelievable.
The Exalted One. We see him in this main event as well. Again, we've seen both men really not caring about morale and just going for cash and fans. That's really going to be, I think, the key to determining who is going to be the winner. And it looks like just inching by.
I think that's less than 200,000 more fans Pulse had than Johnny. Absolutely so close. The boys did a fantastic job. Hard-fought battle. But Pulse is moving on.
Download AEW Elite General Manager, available now on iOS and Android.